We continue with 32-4A. Coach David Gilpin, the Mission Veterans Patriots, who stay in 32-4A. Coach, you go from a 9-team district to an 8-team district. You like it?
Yeah, I'm real comfortable.
Both.
I'm real comfortable with where we're at, Brandon. It's exactly what we expected. We expected West Coast to leave.
Yep.
We expected Juarez Lincoln to leave. We expected Hidalgo to leave. We knew Southwest was coming in. Our bubble question was Mission. And our schedule, everything was set, ready to roll, depending on if Mission went 5A, 4A. We were set. And then, like I was talking to you about the 9-team 5A districts threw a monkey wrench into our week 2 plans, and we had to scramble a little bit. But yeah, I like our district. I like having Mission in our district. Natural rivalry there in city, and you still got some awful good teams in there. I'm looking through our schedules. We drew it up right now, and dang man, where do we get a week off? It was looking tough. So
you get a week off in the bye week before district.
That'll
be a bit of a change, right?
That is a change. It will be a change. I enjoy it. Yeah. We were, like I said, we were scrambling for a week 2. Almost had to flip it to get a bye week in week 2 so we could get a game in week 3. We were looking at a Laredo school. Zapata finally said, hey, we'll play y'all. So we were able to get a non-district game with Zapata in week 2, get our bye week, and then we'll get ready for district.
Let's go over your non-district schedule if we could. Take us through what you scheduled and who you have.
Okay, we're going to open up with Brownsville Rivetta. It would have been Mission. We were set up to play Mission in 0 week if they stayed 5A. With them dropping, we were set up with Rivetta. So we'll open with Brownsville Rivetta. We're still working on our home and away situation. We haven't got that settled out yet. But we'll open Rivetta. We'll play Palmview, which will give us 2 real good 5A ball clubs. Rivetta's had a good program for years. Manny's doing a good job at Palmview. And then we're going to play a 3A. All the 5As are gone. There was no 5As that we could play in week 2. So we're either looking to play out of Valley, which our administration was saying no Laredo, no Corpus, stay in Valley, or to try to find a 3A. We talked to Rio Hondo. They weren't able to schedule us. Talked to La Grulla, and finally Zapata said, hey, we can fit y'all in. They were looking for a game. And that'll be our non-district schedule.
And you do spring football.
Yes, sir.
We'll have spring football.
Right.
I guess now you have the difference is that when you get in season, you have that extra week to prepare for.
Right, and I don't know if I've talked to you about it before, Brandon, but I'm not a big believer in that extra week in the fall. Once we start in August, to me, at the end of the season, through middle of the season, all it is just another week of wear and tear on your body. Spring ball gives us a real good time to take a look at what we've got, go into our summer with a tentative game plan for what we're going to do as far as personnel. And I firmly believe in spring ball, and like I said, I don't want that extra week. I really don't. I don't want that extra week in the fall. I think it just beats you down. Not just the players, the coaches, mentally and emotionally, physically, as the season goes along. So we'll get into our spring ball in May, and we'll be ready to go.
The tweaks of Hidalgo going down, Juarez Lincoln going up, Mission coming back down.
East left us.
East left. Your schedule wasn't easy last year.
No.
Your district schedule wasn't easy last year. It's not going to be easy this year. But what do you look at in terms of the competitiveness, maybe the differences in how you have to prepare for some of these teams that you haven't had?
Well, obviously with PSJ Southwest, we've never played them, never seen them, never scouted them, know very little about them. I know Jesse comes from PSJ's school of football, and we're expecting to see wing T. We know the ground game, and obviously we don't play PSJ Southwest till week 10, so we'll have an idea about them. Mission, we know what they do. I believe they're changing offensive coordinators, so we got to take a look. We know they're going to rest their hat on their defense, and we got to be prepared for that, and we will be. Other than that, man, we know what the people do in our district. So hadn't been any other coaches changes. We're going to open over at the Jungle in Mercedes. Not always the best place to have to go play a football game. They're passionate about their football over there in Mercedes, and everybody's starting off 0-0 that week. It'll be a real good challenge for us to start our district schedule.
Well, back to the playoffs maybe in 2012.
We're planning on it. That's our full expectations. We're talking to our kids about no excuses. Last year with all of our injuries and next man up and those types of things, we've kind of taken on the role of no excuses, and it's something we've talked about. It's posted all over our locker room. If we're down to our 5th string quarterback and our 5th string running back and shuffling our offensive line every week, then so be it. Next man up, and we're going to get the job done. We talk about winning championships over there. We've kind of stolen a little bit from Harlingen and Manning, talking about playing 5 quarters. I've kind of incorporated that into our off season. Looking for ways. That's what we do in this profession. We steal from coaches that are successful, and so you hear about things that other people are doing. You try to incorporate that into what you're doing, and so we've done a little bit of that whole 5th quarter mentality that Manny brings to Harlingen, and like I said, the whole no excuses is, we cannot afford to have an excuse because injuries are going to happen. Yeah. We were fortunate the first 2 years that we were together as a staff. to not have injuries, and we were successful. Last year, it just, one of those, if it could go wrong, it went wrong.
Yeah.
And but it's still, bottom line is, it's my job to have the team prepared to win, and a season like last season, it's like I told the kids, it's not the coach's fault, it's not the kids' fault, it's my fault. Take full responsibility, but I'm not going to let it happen again.
Coach David Gilpin, Mission Veterans Patriots, who stay in 32-4A. Coach, thanks for the time.
Thanks, Brendan.
Always good.
Appreciate it, man.